nice day out today. I'm under no false delusion that winter isn't coming just because this single day is nice. And there's certain tractors I have in mind as far as being my winter care tractors. And today we're going to get those in order. Let's go. Well, let's get the 756 gas fired up and get it hooked up to what I'm going to use, at least in part, to clear the driveway. Regulators mount up. You know the routine by now. Oh, shouldn't need choke, right? Ooh, we're in gear. There. No choke needed. Little throttle. Skippy, that's fuel. Need to clean the sediment bowl out. Probably got a little bit of crud in the bottom of it, which means that top cylinder screen's probably a little dirty. Clean that out and it runs smooth for months. Then you clean it out again. I run non-F in all these gas tractors. Actually, the grain truck's in the way. Let's move it. Well, if you're new to the channel, this is a 1974 Lodestar 1600. Rebuilt the engine. Had a couple sharpshooters come in and try to tell me I changed spark plugs. No, that was an in-frame. About $2,000 for the rebuild kit. I got on eBay, believe it or not. Of course you're going to believe it. It's on there. You can go get you a rebuild kit there too. I went standard size. I didn't go over at all. I just kept it the way it is. So we're looking at about 165 horsepower of pure old school bus power. And let's get it fired up. I need to move it forward, I don't know, about a truck's length to get to the back blade I need to get to get the 756 hooked up to it. So yeah, it hadn't been started in a little while, so I don't expect it not to start. And a little tear in the seat there. I got a new cover for it. Of course, the cover's not black, it's red, just like that, but a red one. All right, so now these came standard with oh, I don't know, what do you want to call them, manual fuel pump, I guess. We put an electric pump on it, so I always turn the key, let it sit there. You can't hear it because of the tractor in the background, but it's pumping fuel. And it smells a little mousy in here, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. But let's fire this thing up. There you go. Sounds like a Harley. Like my windshield wiper. These things took like 12-inch wiper blades. Gotta go see if I can find one. I'm gonna keep it original, heck with it. Yeah, I'm gonna let it sit there and idle. I'm tilting the bed back. You don't want to run these when the PTO's engaged. I've seen guys do it. You know, creeping forward at the mill. The PTO's going, they creep forward, trying to dump it. I don't know why you do. Where I dump, you pull over the grate, it's huge. So, but anyways, I want to keep this up. That's your little reservoir right there. And, well, right there. And I run Hightran in this thing for hydraulic oil. I just do. Holds up to the heat, holds up to the moisture. And there you go. Yeah, she's still tilting back. yeah, the Super C, we're gonna use this to clear the driveway too. We'll just alternate days. We'll go back and forth from the 7 over to the Super C. And that's why I want to get this back blade hooked up. Little 6-footer. The 7 has a 7-footer. And of course it's, you know, bigger tractor, got more power. Kind of beats the fun out of it though. So I'm going to take this off, get this on. I've already purchased 4 implements for this tractor. C20 disc. I got the C20 plow. I got the I believe 36 6-foot disc. I've got a slip scoop coming for it, and sickle bar. And then there's something else coming. Believe it or not, there's going to be a brush hog. So we're going to have what I would classify as an unbelievable time on this Super C. And you can hear the governors run just a little bit better. I opened up the face of it and sprayed some WD-40 in there, but still needs a rebuild kit. That's a coming. Let's get this hooked up. Last but not least, took choking this thing to start it again. I don't know what's going on with it. Fired right up, no problem, but just took a little choke ski. And you know, let's roll this thing out. I got some stuff to put in that bucket anyways. I live in Northwest Pennsylvania, the snow belt capital of the United States. It's bad. Today I'm going to show you how I make the best of a really bad situation with these 3 tractors. All right, so I finally got them all lined up, smallest to biggest. And this is what I plan on doing. Last year I just used the loader. And kind of a pain in the butt in a way. I mean, you just drop the loader down and drive around. There's a hill right there where the mailbox is, the largemouth bass that's been sun faded white, but there's a kind of a gradient there, and I would just drop it and backblade clear out into the field. I'm not going to do that this year. This driveway, it's a circle drive. It's a 1/10 of a mile around, and what I'm going to do, we get snow, you can see I've got that backblade angled, and what I'm going to do is just drive around. And actually the tractor will be facing the other way because I want the snow angled out into the field, not toward the yard. And when the piles get bad enough and the ridges of snow get high enough, that's where the loader comes in, and you just scoop it up and pile it up wherever you want it. And that's always the mountain of snow you'll have, you know, sitting in a corner of a field that's 20 foot high, and it's still there May 25th, you know, about 2 foot high. But yeah, gonna backblade with this. Got the 6-footer, the Super C. And then in the spring, that thing's just gonna absolutely drop the hammer on some fields. That's gonna be used for clearing snow. And same thing with the 756. Got the 7-foot, pretty HD. I bought this at auction for all you new viewers. I bought it this year. And man, when I saw this thing, I just had to have it. I mean, cuts close to the drawbar. It's all the way down. It is resting on the ground. I can slide that drawbar clear in if I have to, and I probably will. I'm not going to be using it in the winter unless somebody gets stuck and I need to pull them out of a ditch. But that's a quick ordeal there. Blade's in great shape. I don't believe it's a true international blade. I think it was retrofit to be a fast hitch. In fact, you can see the welds right there. Welds don't scare me. Actually, a good welder will make it just as strong as it would be if it was made at the factory, sometimes better. So there you go, that's the lineup. On average, we get about 150 inches of snowfall in a winter. I'm telling you, we can get blizzards and even more than that. There's been years where we've got 210 inches. Now, the snowfall that they say we get here, if you watch the local news, which I don't and won't for various reasons, I just happen to be exactly in the bullseye where it's too heavy and it gets dropped, which is basically north of I-80, south of I-90. So we deal, but this is the deal. These three red monsters are going to kill the white monster. About 4 or 5 months worth of it. Now I can tell you I should probably cut this tree down, but I'm having so much fun every time the dead limbs fall. I get the loader out and it picks stuff up and puts it down. It works real good like that. But yeah, this tree's been, I don't know, dead for probably, well, it's dead alive, if that makes any sense. Like the tertiary limbs and stuff are just deader than a stump. I don't even know what it is. There's an app you can load and you know, show a leaf or whatever, and it'll tell you what tree it is. But whoever planted this, and I got a pretty good idea who did it. Farm's been in the family since 1850 that I know of. Could be even before that, but for sure 1850. So yeah, we'll let him rest in peace. I won't kick his butt. I got what I refer to as my rotten wood dump pile here. There's a black walnut or locust, I mean, right about there. Huh. Well, that's all right. We'll go ahead and lift her and dump her. It's always a her. You know, that old rotten wood there. There she goes. Pulling this in here is a little bit more tricky than it appears to be because I really like to hug them walls. I've learned the art of parking 5 tractors in a 4-tractor shed. And then this one, 756, you just pull in real easy. Yeah, and that'll do it. And then, like I say, the Super C goes right in between here. It'll be about even with the H, so we're solid. And in tomorrow's video, I'm going to talk about this building, do a 1-year update, and talk about my next building. Is it going to be another one of these, or am I going stick built?